Welcome to the GameChanger 00100 show. I am your host, GameChanger. All right, so I told you I was going to do this, and now is that time. It is Courtney Michelle time. So apparently, Courtney Michelle decided to weigh in on this whole Cooley situation, the No Fugazi podcast situation. Uh, and it was predictable. It was predictable. I seen her in his chat room. So once I realized that she was aware of his existence and that he is currently with a white woman and he is a man of income, so they see that as a greater loss. I knew that it was only going to be a matter of time before she was going to have her say. What I did not know is that he was already on her radar even prior to this whole thing breaking out. So, stay tuned, stay tuned. We're definitely going to get deeper into that. Now, the reason why I'm bringing her up, because, he has a lot of newfound enemies, and that's just a bunch of sharks seeing blood in the water. But the reason why I wanted to focus on Courtney Michelle herself is because about a year ago, we had this whole back and forth about the whole concept of women leveraging the box on men. Apparently, unsolicited security boss, another old chick, and they just got into like, this is our mating strategy. Our mating strategy is to leverage the box. Now, what does leveraging the box means? It means it's like leveraging whatever resource, any resource. It's, I have something that you want and perhaps need, because it is needed to perpetuate the future of humanity. So I have this thing and I will put it to a grinding halt if you do not give me what I want. That's raising the price of this thing. Now, don't get me wrong, there is power in the ability to do that, but however, that power is only destruction, because what you're talking about is mutually assured destruction in that case, which means that you do not have any desire or design for the thing that you are willing to destroy if your needs aren't being met. For example, right? Say if the military, if a large portion of the United States military was to say, something, if you don't pay us all 100 or 250K, then we're going to go on strike, and whatever will be, meaning that if another country chooses to invade, we're just going to stand outside with our picket signs and just let everything go. Now, what that would be saying is, and though there is power in doing that, and though the military collectively has the ability to do that, they don't, because they actually care about the country. They care about this country, in the country in which we live. So that's why stuff like that don't happen, and that's why we are safe at night, reasonably safe at night, because that mentality doesn't think. The brave men of our armed forces aren't saying, oh, give me what I want or I'll let everything be destroyed. Black women collectively, however, are of a different cloth. They're saying, give me everything I want or I will shut this entire community down, which they have done so for 60 years. That's why it is in the state that it is in at present. Hit that like button. Go to the nearest Black community and you'll see the results of box leveraging. It's like, give me what I want or else I will make the Black community into what it is today. So nobody is really questioning its power, but it is a very destructive power, one that, simpletons wield too quickly. Now, before I go too deep into it, let me go over the short of the day, and you'll see more about what I'm talking about. Hit the like button, people. Hit that like button. I'm about to get into it on this Saturday morning. Around this time, I used to be watching cartoons when I was a kid, but now I am spitting knowledge. People grow up. All right, here we go.
After sharing a short on YouTube talking about why women don't want to have kids, I got a response from a mom where she says that, yeah, I used to think I didn't want kids until I had my first child. Now I've got two. I guess do whatever makes you happy. But speaking from experience, it's actually not that bad to have kids. So interesting. So I think there's a not I think, I know there's a confusion where moms hear this type of information coming from the child free perspective, because it's just interesting to use the word bad, right? Because it says that we think what they're doing is bad and that they shouldn't be doing that, when we're actually not saying that at all. It's just a lack of desire. It's just wanting something different out of life. It's just taking a different path. I think it's important to understand that, especially if you have friends giving you those kind of comments. So after sharing.
Okay. So this whole at child free connection, and I'm going to get into this whole child free thing that they're trying to promote and stuff. They understand that people want to perpetuate humanity, and they're like, okay, I'm not going to be a part of that. Now, that's fine as an individual decision, as many individual decisions are. However, you're promoting this lifestyle. That's why you have this hashtag, or whatever you want to call it, this Instagram handle at child free connection, because you want to promote this thinking amongst other. Why? Because you want to create a scarcity amongst women who are willing to have children. You want to commoditize your fertility, is what you intend to do. And once again, collectively speaking, the care for humanity, to perpetuate humanity, is really not as strong in women as it is in men. And it is not as strong in Black women as it is in white women. It is what it is. Meaning that if you have a situation where only few, like 1 in 5 women, are capable of giving birth, like The Handmaid's Tale, that 1 in 5 would still choose not to, or do so at such a ridiculous premium that humanity would end regardless, because the number of resources per children will be so high on the resource end that there'll be no room for humanity. They simply just don't care. Now, back to Courtney Michelle and this whole leverage to box dynamic. Whenever a resource is leveraged, people have two choices. One is to submit to the will of those who are leveraging said resource. Another, and this is something I don't recommend in this particular situation, is to take that resource. So things like, a lot of wars have been fought over oil. It's like, listen, we need oil. And I know that certain oil rich countries have they can leverage their oil. It's like, okay, you can do that to a certain extent. If you leverage it too much, remember, we have bigger guns than you do. Just saying. So that would be another example of that. And the third thing is to find an alternative to said resource. And I'll give you an example of this, a historical example. While y'all hit that like button, greatly appreciate you. I'll give you another historical example of this. Tea was something that was considered by, believe it or not, Americans at one point and their British cousins a resource. It was a cultural staple. It was something that was consumed and enjoyed at great number. Now, because of what happened, and there was the taxes, and the American society rebelled against it. This really didn't satiate the need for the day-to-day tea. It's like, okay, so I'm not messing with England. I'm not getting my tea. The tea leaves just aren't tea leaving, from various parts of the world to America anymore. So what am I going to do to satiate my need? Well, I'm going to find an alternative source. Hit the like button. I'm going to find an alternative source. And here we have coffee. British still drink tea. In Americas, we drink coffee. Go anywhere. I'm willing to bet everybody listening right now, hit the like button, I'm willing to bet everybody listening right now is within 1 mile radius of a place that serves coffee. We are. That's just the culture now. America has successfully found an alternative so no other country can leverage tea from us anymore. If somebody was to say, if Kenya or whomever was to say, I'm going to put an embargo and I'm going to leverage tea from you from now on, we would just laugh. It would be like a strong Klingon belly laugh too. It'd be like, okay, but they can't do that with coffee. If Colombia was to say, hey, we're not going to send coffee, like, oh, really? Okay. We'll see about that. We will see about that. Okay. Miss Williams says, you still babbling off of all of these years. Miss Williams, you still alive after all these years? That is impressive. I have to say, you have some Mrs. Burns juice going on. That is impressive. You are like, Ruby D mixed with Betty White and all that good stuff put together, and some Crypt Keeper form to keep you still alive. Kudos to you. Stand alive, stand alive. See, this comes from your time, right? Stand alive. That's how you speech to elders? Is that how you speech to English teachers? Okay. I'm getting too wrapped up into the chat. Let me pull back. All right. Anyway, where was I? Oh, okay. So it's a very flawed concept, and it really shows the lack of teamwork and cohesion with those who share that philosophy. So let me show you what I mean as I dig deeper into the leverage to box situation. Now, this happened a year ago. I was actually on this panel later, and I'm just going to pick like some random spots because it's all pretty much the same thing. It's really talks of sexual embargo in order to control men to get you to marry them, which is something that they rightly don't want to do, but they will do so out of sexual scarcity. All right. My bad. Betty White is not alive anymore, but 99.99 is a really good run. All right. Fair use. Fair use.
Have a woman can't control as far as that with sexuality or sex.
One has nothing to do with the other. Because let me just be clear, because we have the power. It's whether or not we choose to use our powers for good or evil. And
okay, let's talk about that. She actually brings up an excellent point. Whether we choose our power to use our power for good or evil. What would you say Black women have collectively been using their powers for in the past 60 years? What would you say that Black women have collectively used their power for in the last 60 years? Because you're right. Seg is a power. X is a power. X could be used to create healthy, well-adjusted children, who in turn creates healthy and well-adjusted children and happy households and families and communities. It can be used in that way. In fact, many other communities still use it in that way. In what way have y'all used it? Y'all use it as a mean to leverage child support from men on the Maury Povich show. That's what y'all do. Y'all use it to get welfare. Y'all used it to attempt to turn the Black community into a de facto matriarchy. Hit the like button. Y'all even use it to try to sway election results in your favor. How sick is that? So yes, it is something that can be used for good or evil. And guess how y'all have been using it And y'all still continue to use it that way to this day. 4B, anybody? Just saying. Somebody says, who is y'all? If it don't apply, let it fly. Y'all is not a generalization. Y'all is to whom it applies. All right, let's continue.
That's real.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know I can get whatever I want.
Because you know I can get whatever I want. Do y'all hear this? This is madness. This is the Black community. You just talked about using it for good or evil, and which the ends that you use it for is whatever I want. Okay, well, what do you want? If you could use it to get whatever you want, what do you want? Do you want like 4 kids, white picket fence, all of them go to the Ivy League? Because if you can use it to get that, 5 kids, 25 grandkids, they all come and visit you on Mother's Day every year. Is that what you want? Or do you want what you got now? Miscellaneous stuff. That's what you traded the Black community for. So, all right. Hit the like button, people. Hit the like button.
From Mr. Randolph, because I know how to leverage my power. I don't use my power for evil, though.
That's not evil. Making a person give you whatever they want, that's not evil. That's literally what slave masters did. That's literally what slave masters did. Oh, no, I'm just using my power to get whatever I want from these people. I'm not evil, though. Wow.
Right. So
nobody needs more than three kids. No shade. Listen, it's not a matter of what you need. It's a matter of what I want. You stay pregnant until I want you to not be pregnant. What kind of crap is this?
So, the idea that leaders are not supposed to be weak.
Holy crap. Are they related? This looks like a before and after thing. Like look at Lucky. Her name is Lucky. Look at Lucky on the bottom. And look at her in the middle. It looks like a before and after. And I'm not talking about like before and after like 50 years of age. I'm talking about like before and after a Mortal Kombat fatality. It looks like she was like frozen by Sub-Zero and then rethawed out by Scorpion and wound up looking like that. Like half of her soul by Shao Kahn was taken away, and this is what's left. Like this is what survived a soul sucking. What in the? Wow, this is like some horrible before and after. It really is. Somebody said I thought Courtney was engaged. Well, so she's engaged for a long time.
It's disgusting to me because leaders are human and are imperfect. The best leaders knows their weakness. I know I'm weak in this area. Doesn't mean I can't lead. It's just.
And the best followers choose not to exploit said weakness.
Means I have to delegate, or if I know that there's a weakness in me, then I'm gonna have to change up my game. So therefore I'm not tempted. I'm not, falling short of things. Leaders, and I want to make this clear, especially to men, because I think a lot of pressure is put on them.
Somebody said something interesting. I want to touch on that. He said, engaged means nothing. Yes, it does mean very little. In fact, Crystalline Karazin has a promise ring that she was touting on the internet. Like, yeah, look at me, look at my promise ring, swirling, promise ring. Promise ring is an engagement of an engagement, which means nothing. But they swear up and down. Oh crap. All right, let me continue because I got a lot to cover here.
You're a leader. You're supposed to be an alpha man. How dare you say something sweet and nice to a woman? You're a simp if you do that.
Where's your wife, game changer? My wife is listening to heifers like this, trying to figure out why she's not sucking my penis.
How dare you? You're a leader. You're an alpha man. How dare you say that your weakness is some women? Oh, you're not supposed to have a weakness because you're a man and you're a leader. No. Where everyone is imperfect and everyone has an indulgence, everyone has a weakness. And for a lot of men, it's PUSSY. And women know that.
Having a need for something, as a necessity is not necessarily a weakness. But if somebody chooses to leverage that need, then it can weaken something. See, our weakness isn't, a desire for sex. Every man has a desire for sex. Our weakness is dealing with unruly bitches that choose to not cooperate unless they get, some material gain.
That. So if men know that women know that they use their sex to be able to try to get things, or the possibility of sex, if women know that we could do that, it is incumbent on men to understand that, hey, she might be.
If women know that we can do that, okay. So it is incumbent on men to not deal with women who is probing you for weakness so she can weaponize that against you. It is incumbent of all men to not deal with women who will probe you for weakness so she can leverage it against you. Why? Because in life, men need teammates, not competitors and not rivals who are pretending to be on their team. Somebody said Courtney looks like she lost some weight. I don't know what you mean, but I think that means that, she's gained some weight because this is a year old. So if she's looking lighter now than she does today, this is because she's heavier now. Now, that's not my opinion. That may be yours. But I'm just correcting. This is a year ago. So take from that what you mean, what you like.
Trying to play me. She keep asking me out wanting me to take her out to lunch, but I'm wanting to have sex, but hell, I'm paying for lunches because of the possibility that I might get sex, and you never do, and you never will.
You see how women like this are talking? Okay, now is a good time for the switch. So now you see what Cooley is escaping. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. You admit, see, it reminds me of those people in the 80s, those union in the 80s. Don't get me wrong, there was a need for unions. I heard that, I forget which president, but the FDA was founded because a United States president found a thumb in his Campbell soup. A United States president found a thumb in his Campbell soup. And he's like, okay, we got to do something about it. So work conditions were terrible. You got people losing thumbs. They didn't have like weekends off or nothing like that. I think they just had Sunday. They didn't have 8-hour days. It was just like, hey, until the moon comes up, you sleep when the moon is out and you work while the sun is out. I think so. All that going on. Yes, they needed something, but then they took it too far and wondered why people started to seek alternative labor sources. Now, these chicks are taking it too far. Like, I get it. You want to escape the cheaters and beaters, so you might want to leverage a little box to do that. However, y'all just full on insane. Y'all are just full on insane with it now, with ridiculous demands and what y'all are offering in return from these demands. All these chicks are like, anyway. Let's move on to Cooley. Okay, actually, let me just give like a quick history of Cooley and what he's doing. Hit that like button. What he's doing. Basically, Cooley from the No Fugazi podcast, simply put, just said, he's a critic of single mothers while he is with a single mother. Now, y'all ever seen? In fact, I'm gonna show y'all because I could show. Well, no, I'm not gonna show y'all because it might be copywritten. But y'all ever see one of those Scared Straight TV shows? You ever see that? Basically, they have like a young kid, junior high, maybe high school, who is problematic and thinks he's hard because he's the toughest kid in the 7th grade or some crap like that. He thinks he's tough, and then they put him in prison. And then in prison, they say, they scare him. Now, do anybody ever say those prisoners are hypocrites for telling someone, for telling these kids not to go to prison? They're hypocrites for doing that. Who talks like that? O'Shea talks like that. Courtney Michelle talks like that. Like just general haters talk like that. Like, oh yeah, well, you're a hypocrite. How you gonna tell my son not to go to jail and you in jail? Like, oh crap. His message is clear. You do not find yourself in this particular situation as I did. Ideally, he would have done things a different way, but the world rarely works out an ideal. He is making the best of a bad situation. And the truth of the matter is, he understands, just like a lot of men, either consciously or subconsciously, he understood at 25 that I'm not going to deal with a bunch of box living bitches. I'm not going to deal with that. And wisely so, which is why he got with a woman who is not leveraging that box. He opens that box as often as he opens the front door to his bedroom, or excuse me, the door to his bedroom. That is how often he opens that box, and he has the flesh-bearing receipts to prove it. He literally has 3 receipts that came out that box. How many receipts do you have? And another thing, like the woman is, and this goes, hit the like button. This goes further into like what you can be doing to furthering the male agenda. We're talking about a woman who has 5 children. I'm going to repeat this. She has 5 children. What does that mean? It means that she has spent a collective of 45 months pregnant. And what have you done in your extended time? You got one. Like, oh yes, I'm contributing to the community. You've contributed 1 kid. You've contributed 1 kid to a dwindling community. All right. All right. Actually, I think I gotta, or else y'all won't be able to hear it. Let me see. By the way, boxes box eggs. I'm going to repeat this. Boxes box eggs. One more again. Boxes box eggs. Just saying. Press 1 if you can hear it. Oh, no audio. Okay, so dang, I don't know how to do it when it's not a whatchamacallit. Let me see. Oh, that's what it was. Okay. All right, it should work now.
David Cooley, you are definitely fugazi. What is good, family? This is your girl. I am Courtney Michelle, and I am back with another one. You guys, I have been keeping up with this David Cooley No Fugazi podcast drama, and it has been quite interesting. But it's been something that I've always known with being, around the space, which is the red pill manosphere, black manosphere, all of that male content, things that focus on relationships. I have always known that the rhetoric of I'll never date a baby mama or I will never be with a baby mama, that is a lie. Okay. It's an absolute lie. Your favorite content creators, they're
It is a lie. One that I've never told. I never said I wouldn't do that. And I never said that I wouldn't be with them. I am saying that the bar for them is significantly higher than it is for a childless woman. Now, what are you doing with this information? Because obviously what you're stating is that men are still willing to be with single mothers. You've been a single mother for about 10 years now. So with all this male willingness to be with a single mother, just saying, why don't you leverage that box? Because you've been leveraging it for a decade now. So, why don't you, just saying.
wives, girlfriends, have children with other men. They look for and don't mind dating baby mama. So I don't understand the rhetoric that continuously and perpetuates on this particular platform, because it's been proven to be false. And one, which is Mr. Cooley, has been exposed as being one of those red pillars that goes on different platforms and monetize by saying the most degrading things to women, in particular Black women, and specifically saying that he thinks that not Black women, but you can read between the lines, that baby mamas are just for recreational usage. But
hear me good. Every woman is for recreational use. Every woman is for recreational use. Every woman is for recreational use. Even if you choose to recreate a child, every woman is for recreational use. Now, that being said, it is up to the woman to determine the depth of her use. What can she be best used as? But nobody could use a box leverager.
he is with, currently, she's pregnant. They have a baby. He's with a woman that has 2 other kids. And, whether those 2 kids is about one man or 2 men, we don't know. Whether the men know that they might not even be the father. Does she even know who the father is? Again, we don't know.
Okay. Theo says something. I'm going to respond to this. It says, just say no to baby mamas, especially this one. Well, I'd say especially this one. Trust me, if a woman is exceptional and she just so happened to be a baby mama, then her exceptionalism can override her baby mama-ness. But she is chasing a carrot, and that carrot is in the form of my penis. And in this scenario, it seems like she's been chasing it for about 10 years now. And the frustration that a white woman has found that carrot that BB, see, that big bulging carrot. The fact that a white woman has found that carrot at 25 and you're still chasing it at 45 is really indicative of a superior mating strategy. Just saying.
No, we are just going off the strength of a Cooley that has been known to be an absolute fake, fraud, liar. I am absolutely happy that he is getting exposed. And I hope more people get exposed for saying one thing on the internet and living a whole, complete, entire lie.
Oh, crap.
And this baby mama thing is interesting. But I will say this.
Okay.
There was signs about this David Cooley that should have rung some bells in some people's heads that this man is fake, this man lies, and this man's own family don't even like him.
Oh, crap.
About around a year ago, he invited a guy named Jeremy. I thought the nigga was Neo, but they had a podcast together, and the most random thing happened. Mr. Fugazi himself was about to get his ass beat up by his own blood.
Okay.
His brother. I want to show you this clip. It's going to be from Jeremy's side, and then the way that he tries to spin.
This is the woman who's, yes, but I'm for Black people. You are literally laughing and supporting Black on Black violence. You are literally laughing at and supporting Black on Black violence. Literally brother on brother violence. And you're like, hee. You know, I'm looking for, because I like history, and I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but can somebody in the chat room name me the white woman who, after the American Civil War, just said to the South, hee, y'all got your ass kicked. Power of the box, power of the box. Oh, okay.
And lie, we're going to hear what he has to say. Let's take a look at that.
Okay.
This dude, Cooley, literally was about to get his ass whooped by his own brother.
Absolutely.
Cooley's own brother, Cooley Cat's own brother, was about to get his ass whooped. Like, he was about to beat his own brother's ass.
Yeah, and as I understand it, you were about to get your ass whooped by him. Just saying. This nigga looks like a Ninja Turtle villain. He looks like a mutation gone wrong. It looks like they tried to turn a mole into a human and wound up with this motherfucker.
Ass. I was like, yo, that's hilarious.
And how he's trying to spin it though. He's trying to spin like he was finna beat us up. Like, bro, it's on camera, bro.
It's on
like
camera.
It's literally on camera, bro. Like, he was finna put hands on you, not us. We was chilling. You see me look at his brother.
Yeah.
Because his brother is sitting there like, bro, you tripping, bro. You saying dumb stuff. I'm looking at his brother. So that's when I look at his brother. We're gonna play it some more.
Think about it, right? We only have words. Yo, Cliff, chill. Cliff, chill. Nah, chill. I don't care what you talking about, bro. Chill.
See, he said if his brother was about to fight my brother, I don't care what you talking about. Chill. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I know you big bro, but chill, dog. You my brother, chill. In the back, chill, bro. Really. You don't even know what's going on. It's way above you. Way above you right now, bro.
Way up
disrespectful, bro.
It's
way above you. He tried to call his own brother dumb.
Bro, and that's why his brother got mad.
Yeah.
If his brother was just disagreeing with what he was saying, which prompted him to say, bro, you don't know what you're talking about, bro. It's way above you. It's way above you.
Yeah.
That set his brother off. How was his brother finna beat me and my brother up? Now watch when his brother walked toward the camera. It's a quick shot, but he took it off.
Okay. All right. And of course Michelle is instigating this. But anyway, the situation is funny because yeah, it is. Like if you hire somebody to be behind the camera and they just like throw their 2 cents in, it's like, hey, you're kind of interrupting the flow, man. You know, this is like, don't do that. Don't do that. Says Game Changer. He don't seem fruity to y'all. I don't know, because in this context, I don't eat fruit. So like, I don't have a, radar for such things. I can say that, his life experience doesn't suggest that he is. See, we live in a world where there's really no need for closets. There's really no need for them. So why would he be in it?
So fast that I'm still sitting there chilling. He's not, how he gonna beat my brother? He finna beat my brother up, but he walking towards you finna fight you. Let's see. Let's see now.
Bro, I don't care about none of that. Let this rock, bro. Chill. You in the back, chill. Throw the camera on me. We gotta end it right here. So at the end of the day, right now, we about to end the podcast because it's whatever it is.
That nigga suck my
Look, somebody said I was quiet. Yeah, because he ain't talking to me.
He ain't talking to him. Why he gonna say something?
Well, I need to help him.
Yeah, his brother about to beat his ass. I ain't gonna say
nothing to do with me.
I want to look at the show.
Look, my arm never moved, bro. I'm not sweating nothing in here. Check me out.
So look, throw the camera on me real quick. We gonna end it right now. So at the end of the day, I get what you're talking about. I get what you're talking about.
What's way above me?
Chill, dog.
Stupid shit.
What are you doing, Cootie Cat? What you doing?
He said, bro, you saying stupid shit right now. I will knock you the fuck out. How is he finna beat me and my brother up, fam? He finna whoop your ass.
And Cootie Cat running. Where Cootie Cat go?
You running.
Shout out to Cootie Cat.
Hold on, let's rewind it. Let me take it back a little bit. I'm just a little. Listen to what he said. He said, bro, you saying dumb shit, bro. I would knock you the fuck out right now. Check me out. This him now. He ain't talking to me.
Chill, dog. Stupid shit. You ain't gonna do nothing, bro. You ain't gonna do nothing. You good, bro. You in the camera right.
Hold on. You missed it. Look at me now. You see my arm. Cause he got the camera off of me so fast.
All right.
This dude is a cornball, y'all.
I'm relaxed. I ain't got a problem in the world. I ain't scared.
Mind you, which I think is absolutely
okay. This is now you talk about the power of the box, and then you see the moral foundations of the women who chooses to wield this power. Women who laugh on black violence, on brother violence. These aren't the women that discourage confrontation. These are the ones that encourage it. Hence the violence in the Black community. Just saying.
Like he dumb or something. He was supposed to react that way. But you don't understand how you speak because you think you can control the narrative. That's why he on his show talking about we was finna get whooped.
Now, mind you, which I think is absolutely hilarious, is the brother is literally getting up in his face saying, don't you say that nothing is above me, because there's a sign.
Oh, really? You find that hilarious? Okay. Whenever I see a DV situation, I'm going to find that hilarious. That involves a Black woman. I am just going to sit down and laugh my balls off.
Disrespect, especially to your brother in the midst of a lot of strangers. So the man, Cliff, or whatever his name is, was talking to you, David, He was in your face, not anyone else's. So now let's take a look at Cooley and his reaction to it.
By the way, she was an advocate of the Chris Rock slap. Just saying.
Can't make this shit up.
Hit the like
Yo,
button.
Cliff, chill. Cliff, chill. Nah, chill. I don't care what you're talking about, bro. Chill. Okay. Now y'all see me in the back, and I'm like, yo, Cliff is Hef. That's my bro. I'm like, yo, chill. I don't care what you're talking about, bro. Chill. Because I see him back there screaming at Germ, looked as well. And then seconds after that, I'm like, all right, what the freak is going on? He about to smack dude in the back. So I'm telling my bro to chill. Literally saving Jeremy's brother's life. Chill. I know you big bro, but chill, dog. You my brother. Chill. In the back, chill, bro. Really. You don't.
So really what it seems like is that his brother got triggered, and initially he was upset at, the Neo looking dude and the other guy. And I guess his brother's there as well. But then when he said, this is way above you, he got triggered again. It seems like his brother been doing time. I'll be honest. From his behavior, this whole, I take everything as a slight and disrespect that has to be handled immediately. That is indicative of a dude that's done some time.
Even know what's going on. It's way above you right now, bro. I don't care about none of that. Let this rock. You see Germ's face. He's like, bro, chill. You in the back, chill. So literally right now, a fight is about to happen. Well, not really a fight, but my brother's getting wild up and he got a short fuse. They may not know it just from that already, but I know that my brother when he's standing up and talking loud, he's going to smack somebody. Previously, before you heard this, he was already cussing in the background at the bro, at Jeremy's bro. Let's continue it. Throw the camera on. We got to end it right here. So at the end look, now, let's keep it going. Today, right now, is whatever it is. So look, so you heard that, right? He's saying, my brother's saying, suck my dick, Nick. He's talking to the other dude in the back.
Okay, we're going to talk about this. This is we're going to talk about the comment on the screen, not really because this is a whole nothing thing. Like this, see, she's of that mindset that more peaceful black men, are weak and cowardly. If you're not this hyper emotional black man that's ready to throw down at a dime, then you're weak and cowardly like Chris Rock on the Oscars, and you should be shamed for that. That's how she would wield the power of her PUSSY. The same way Jada wielded on Will. People like Cooley, the power of your PUSSY really don't phase him like that. He's more cerebral, therefore he's more capable of overriding his base instincts. And every man has that base instinct to fight and freak. But more cerebral men are able to override these instincts when necessary and unleash them when necessary. That's really part of what makes us human. But I digress. I want to go to this comment right here to give an example of what I'm talking about. He's saying Merlin Santana. Now, those of you who don't know, Merlin Santana, he played the role of Romeo on the Steve Harvey Show. He was also featured in Sister as both Tia and Tamara's boyfriend, and he was the initial love interest of Rudy Huxtable on the Cosby Show as a very young man. And so that is his acting career. It was cut short because somebody got to call Ayanna Cousin, and he did to him what Ayanna Cousin did to what's his name? Trey. I'm just calling him Trey. Trey on Menace II Society. And there you go. No more Merlin Santana. So the guys who did it are locked up, likely to this day. She's not locked up anymore, but they are. And yeah, and she's out leveraging her box again. But that's the power of the PUSSY. Shout out to Courtney Michelle for saying that. Kane, thank you. All right. So Bum says Romeo was fine. Yes, I do believe that his career is largely based on how he looked. That's undeniable. So he did make a lot of money based on his looks. And he with that came power, or excuse me, came problems. And that problem is that there are women who want him that he don't necessarily want. And because they're vengeful, they use the power of the PUSSY to, get some mama's boys idiots to commit black on black violence. Now, I'm going to go back to Courtney Michelle's, power of the PUSSY video, because I want to talk about the examples that she's given when she's talking about the power of PUSSY. And it's always in a destructive and disruptive way. And it's like, why do you want to participate in this? Cooley has a peaceful girlfriend that has made him hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not $1 million yet.
Literally. And then I'm saying, yo, you know what? I'm like, freak it. We just about to end the podcast. Now, mind you, Jeremy brother is still on the switchboard, but he's like this on the switchboard. Looking back. You know what I mean? Looking back scary. Throw the camera on me real quick. We're going to end it right now. So at the end of the day, I get what you're talking about. I get what you're talking about. I get what you're talking about.
I'm talking about what's way above me, bro. What's way above me?
Chill, dog. Chill, dog.
Saying stupid shit, man. I'll knock you the fuck out of here,
nothing, bro. You ain't gonna do nothing. You good, bro. You in the camera right now. Go, take a seat. Take a seat. You want to talk about it? Take a seat. I don't want to talk. Take a seat. I shoot niggas. You want to talk about it? I shoot niggas. You know that. Nigga, I know you did here. What the fuck you talking about? I'm running the business right now. I tell you.
Niggas. Courtney Michelle is just stirring in her panties over this. She's just, I shoot niggas. She is just screaming and a dreaming. Women like Courtney Michelle loves the fact that they can, tap into simple niggas' emotions, kind of like Brendan Stark tapped into Hodor's brain. She could tap into simple niggas' emotions and lust and get another person killed. She loves that. That is the power of the PUSSY. You deal with women like that, and you have a bunch of simpletons that can't fight, and they say, "I shoot niggas." Like, oh, you're proud of that too? Like, what in the fuck? Like, what in the fuck? That's something that you cherish. Okay, so D Square said Hodor. For those of you who don't know, Hodor is a character in the books and the movies of or the books and TV series of Game of Thrones. He's a simple-minded yet large person who's only capable of saying the word Hodor. Now, he comes across a person who has the ability to manipulate the minds of animals and him. He can't manipulate the minds of high-functioning human beings, but he can manipulate the mind of Hodor, and he does. And this guy is literally carrying him on his back everywhere he goes. That is the modern-day nigga. Being manipulated by whomever. Just pulls her correct strings. Is typically a woman to your own demise.
Nothing above me, nigga.
Okay, chat. So here where y'all see, that's when my brother gets in the camera. When my brother, Jeremy, brother was supposed to end the pot.
Okay, somebody asked a sound question I'm going to answer. Why are the brothers fighting? You see, whenever a nigga is involved and you have a question that begins with the word why, the answer is almost indefinitely because he's a nigga. And it needs no further exploration other than that statement. Why did he leave his kids over strangers' house? Because he's a nigga. Like, why he talk like that? Because he's a nigga. The answer, whenever you have a question that involves a nigga, the answer is almost indefinitely because he's a nigga. Why he wears pants like that? Because he's a nigga. Why he with a fat woman? Because he's a nigga. Hit the like button.
I thought he was going to be ending the podcast right after I was saying stuff. When my brother came over, the screen that I look at over here, shuts off. It goes black. So I'm thinking like, dang, what the freak happened? So I get up and check the switchboard where Jeremy brother is.
Okay, let's talk about that. Agreed. Cooley did not handle it the best way. I think that dude is hyper. Okay, keep in mind he was being confrontational prior to that. You know, so the situation that was created by him, Cooley handled it the best way that he felt that he could, which wasn't the best way. Nevertheless, you know, this all began because he's a nigga. Oh, actually, let me read the super chat before, and thank Theo Waff for sending it. All right, so she needs to weaken men and love confrontation / drama. Yes, you know, she's turning these men into Hodor. Exactly. So she can provide other value. Let's talk about this. This is single mother narcissism and gaslighting. Let's talk about the weakening of men. Let's talk about that for a second. And Theo brings up a great point. It says, so she can provide order and value. You see, value is something of scarcity. I repeat, value is something of scarcity. Scarcity equals value. They have to create scarcity of something before value. They are manipulating the market in doing so. That's part of what leveraging the box is. Manipulating the market in order to meet your own designs. Now, when you think about the words cheap thrill, and you really break that down, this is how other groups of people see sex. They don't look at it as anything worth, you know, fighting over, anything worth dying over, anything worth, you know, doing the most for. They look at it as a quote unquote cheap thrill. This is a cheap thrill. A good cigar is a cheap thrill. A day of golf is a cheap, or a good cigar, would be an expensive thrill. You know, time spent with a loving family. These are actual pleasurable experiences. But absent all of these things, which is what the Black community and what Black men are absent of, all that is left is a cheap thrill. And they are trying to give these cheap thrills, sell these cheap thrills at a premium. Because it's not so cheap when it's the only thrill you have in life. When you are living a crappy life and the police beat you for whatever reason, you're looking for that cheap thrill. Remember that scene from Boys in the Hood where Trey, that's who Trey is, where Cuba Gooding Jr., he was punked by the cops And then he cried about it. And Morris Chestnut was looking like, I'm never going to work in a movie with this nigga again. And then he went to Nia Long and started punching the air. And she gave him a cheap thrill. And it was like the greatest thing ever. It's like, what the fuck? Like, you know, like it's more valuable when your life's shit. When your life is shitty, stuff like that is more valuable. Like, okay, you know, like, really? That's, you know, anyway, let's continue.
So I literally moved Jeremy brother to the side, and then I'm on a switchboard. And then you hear me and my brother talking back and forth. He's cussing at me, he's screaming at me, I'm screaming at him, telling him to chill, calm down. He like, bro, because you got to think about it. I say, nigga, this is bigger than you.
Now let me disrupt this because, Fufu, you are lying. What you said was this is above you, not this is bigger than you.
It's semantics.
They have two different meanings, sir.
Very subtle and not really applicable here.
He finds that to be disrespectful, which in his eyes, nothing is bigger than him. He lost his 20s and his 30s. He's trying to be out here wilding. You feel me? So, yeah, he's like, nothing.
I told you. I told you, like, you know, he did time. He did time and he about to do it again. Like, you know, and I'm not saying for this incident, I'm just saying for whatever incident that happens in the immediate future. He's Hodor. He's a fucking, you know, Giant's blood imbecile that reacts to the strongest stimuli. What do you do with people like that?
Bigger than me. And then I'm going to continue playing it. Y'all going to hear more.
I tell you right now, you want to talk about it? Sit down and we can talk about it like brothers.
I want to kill about it.
Okay, we can kill about it too. So then you agree with niggas being gay?
I don't care about none of that shit.
Okay, I'm telling you, of course, that's what I'm saying.
I don't give a fuck about none of this shit.
So chill, bro. Chill. We in here.
TV, nigga. I knock you the fuck out.
Chill.
I hurt everybody you love, nigga.
Chill.
I don't got kids. I kill everybody you love.
Great.
Nigga.
That's great.
Stop playing.
That's great. That's all great. That's fine and dandy. We live right now. That's lit. Keep it going. Keep it going.
Now remember the answer to Bum's question. The answer is because he's a nigga. Why would you say to your own brother, I'll kill everybody you love? Because isn't that everybody you love? Hodor. Fucking imbeciles.
Keep it going.
So y'all peep Germ face. Now right there where my brother is in the back, he's talking to me. He's talking to me, but then he's also talking to the dude in the back as well. Like, nigga, I'll kill everybody you love. I'll kill your, he's saying all these things out, Kill, your whole family. He's saying all of these crazy things.
You already said the word.
He's not talking to me. He's talking to Germ's brother, and he's wilding out just in general. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh,
I'll go ahead and calm him down. So y'all gonna finish. Y'all gonna.
Oh, so he's talking to somebody else. He's talking to somebody else. Okay, so he's not a big of a. Because I'm like, why would you tell your brother that you like? Because isn't that everybody you? Oh, okay, but he's talking to the other dude. So, yeah, this is weird. All right, why is she about this? Like, what? Like, this happened a long time ago. Why is she bringing this up? Why? Because he got some of that thick. He got some of that thick white. Now I'm gonna have to pause if I say that. He got some of that thick white ice cream. He got some of that thick white ice cream. A vanilla smoothie.
See the rest.
That's live. Y'all just got it live right now.
Y'all just got it live right now. That's me and my bro having a disagreement right. Well, not even because he agrees with me, but I'm telling him to chill and he being irate back there.
So you can actually see that the man said he would delete him, told him to suck his penis. Okay. This is his brother. Matter of fact, he went on and said, you know what? He's going to get rid of him and everybody that.
And she is just a dripping. She is just a dripping. If you looked at those thighs, it'd be, don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the streams that you used to. She is just waterfalling down there. This is the type of crap that turns women like this on.
He loves. Your brother is telling that to you, but then you want to say that he was saying it to someone else. But we clearly have eyes. We clearly can hear. No, that smoke was all to you. But again, I guess you think that we are these 20-year-old drunk girls on your podcast that you can say anything to, and think that we're all dumb. I think you think that you.
What about your mentality is different than a 20-year-old's? And 20 years from now, what about your mentality will be different? Because, okay, let's just say years ago, something happened. I would be in the crowd like, fight, 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 fight. But I've grown since then, a significant amount. And then there's you, who's still on that. Well, they stop maturing the moment they have a kid, which is weird because others begin to mature when they have kids. But when they have their first kid, they like, nobody could tell me what to do. I'm a mama now. And they don't mature since, especially if they, only keep the company of simpletons. They figure that they are at the pinnacle of maturity.
Might be smarter than everyone else, but you're just a goofy. A lot of people also have been saying that he is trying to be Myron so bad, trying to be Myron.
Okay, let's talk about that. Let's talk about what she just said. Because this is the crux of her frustration. I'm going to repeat it. And Theo, I want you to hear this. Because I know as a brother with an IQ, you have a sense of what she's talking about here.
That we are these 20-year-old drunk girls on your podcast that you can say anything to, and think that we're all dumb. I think you think that you might be smarter than everyone else, but you're just a goofy. A lot of people also have been saying that he is trying.
You might be smarter than everybody else. And that's the real problem. That's the real reason that she dislikes Cooley so much. It's because she recognizes and understands his superior intelligence. And by superior, I mean superior to hers. See, they understand that. He represents their deepest and darkest fear. They have a deep, dark fear inside them. I tell y'all y'all know about when my deepest and darkest fear happened to me. It was terrible. It was awful. And I was a changed person after it. It was really just messed up. And now this is her deepest and darkest fear. And it's being realized. And it's constantly being realized. And that is that the smartest amongst us and the most successful amongst us will not choose to stick with women like them and have their box leveraged. That is a Black woman's deepest and darkest fear. And they have this fear ever since they picked the white baby when they did that whole baby test as a child. Somebody said, what was the deepest and darkest fear? I didn't actually fear it until it happened. When I was like 19, dealing with a single mother, I tasted some breast milk. And it's happened since then, but and each time it's not, it's a violation, is what it is. She said that her youngest was 5. Like, what in the hell is wrong? And she just like was there, like nothing's going wrong. Like, nothing is wrong with this. Nothing is wrong with your anatomy. What kind of crap was that? That was not, listen, to have like other people's liquid in my mouth, that is nasty. That's disgusting. No, so I didn't even think about that then. I was 19. I didn't even think about crap like that then. I did not think about it then. And then when it happened, it was like, what the hell? This is nasty. What the hell is this? So I left. I spit on her titties and I left because I was spitting the milk out. I wasn't doing it like I disrespect. I was spitting the milk out. And yeah, that was the worst day of my life. Like, man. And then she calls to apologize. And then later tells me that, like, I didn't know, but I'm pregnant. Like, bitch, what in the? Just nasty. Just nasty. So after that, I had a fear of it happening again. And this is her. When they see that, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's the same, that like that violation that I felt that night is the same violation she feels when she sees smart brothers with women like that don't look like her.
Trying to be Myron so bad, And I totally agree. The setup of how it's him and another guy that is talking to a panel of women that don't know necessarily what they're getting themselves into, and they get them drunk to disarm them. These people have never had a debate, don't know how to debate, and you come with stats and facts like everybody else used to do in this space because you want to be a Myron. But someone else that you want to be, Mr. Fugazi, is the Satan Center. You see, when you had that 3-hour-long podcast trying to defend yourself on why you're not a fraud, but it was very clear that you are, I saw Satan Center review you a day prior to. And I don't know what made me want to watch it, but I was so glad I did. Because I watched his, and then the next day I watched yours, and you took exactly what he said verbatim, word for word. You see, you don't have any thoughts of your own. You're a copycat. You want to be a Myron. You want to be the Satan Center. You think that this is going to platform you into something bigger than you really are. You see, you're not that guy. You are not him. You are a fake, a phony.
Okay. Jesus, this is annoying. First of all, if he do, who gives a shit? I'm going to repeat that. First of all, see, this is that childish mentality. I told you that it doesn't change. That's why I said, what about her thinking has changed since 20? Remember that episode of Family Guy where dude was like, you're a phony. You're a big fat phony. You're a phony. And then he just followed Peter Griffin around like, you're a phony. That's what she reminds me of. You're a phony. Okay. Hold on. Let me put this back in. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Hold on. Let me get my technicals in order. All right. Got it right here. There we go. All right. There we go. So, every young, terrible rapper, and I hate to say it, but young boys, y'all sound stupid. when y'all tell me y'all dreams of being a rapper and then y'all spit y'all lyrics, y'all sound like complete and total imbeciles. And why do you think I want to hear that crap? Confirms that you like, do I look like I want to listen to shitty music coming out the mouth of you? Like, anyway, they all say, I'm trying to be like Tupac. I'm trying to be the next blah, blah, blah. And that's okay. That's okay. And same with anything. Like, you know, like if you are playing chess, it's like, no, I want to be the next Bobby Fischer or something like that. It's not much wrong with that. Now, that's not what Cooley is doing. But it's nothing wrong with that. But when you have the mind of that, like, oh, you biting such and such. It's like, really? You know, that's something that people say in high school when they just so happen to wear the same outfit at the same time. You know, you wear the same hat as another brother. And it's like, oh, you know, I didn't know you was going to wear a Syracuse hat today. But they like, oh, yeah, you trying to be like, oh, it's like, okay. You know, kind of like every basketball kid want to be Michael Jordan or LeBron James or something like that, you know, or Steph Curry. It's that, but it's like, oh, you're not even authentic. Well, you know, there isn't much room, you know. Somebody has bust threes before I did. So, this chick. Immature mindset.
Wait a minute, I'm about to. A pussy is stand. You 36 in the karate class, you Tybo hoe. Sorry, it's Lil Nas. But you are not him. And so I had to clip this up so you can see that he doesn't even have his own train of thoughts. That everything that he says belongs to someone else.
With you. Listen, I want to make a public service announcement for all you racists and psychopaths. If you're a person who is saying that you exclusively date only outside of your race, you're a psychopath and a racist, and you probably hate yourself. Okay, so if you're a white person, you only date black people, or you only date Chinese people, you're a psychopath and you hate yourself. If you're a black person, you only date outside of your race, you're probably a psychopath and you hate yourself.
Any person that only dates outside their race, they have a problem. They have a problem with self-hate, and they're probably a little racist against their own race. So yeah, don't be like one of those type of guys that only date outside your race.
Black.
I agree with that to a certain extent. But then again, there are people who hyper fetishize, and then there are people who was done terribly wrong by, okay, for example, right? Who's that guy? Who's that white guy that had like a black woman doing a thing like Howard Stern or something like that? He was like a real popular radio show host, white guy with long hair. And he used to have women in the studio to show their titties, even though like what's that to us is blurred. I think his name was Howard Stern. Anyway, one day he had one of those. Yeah, okay, it is Howard Stern. Okay, so one day he had one of those bikini white girls, an attractive one as usual, on the show, and she was telling her story. And I was very young when I seen this. She was telling her story about why she only messed with black dudes, and that's because she was touched. She was touched by somebody in her family who obviously was white. That's how that goes. And I guess that being with the white guy make her regress into that. So she's as a heterosexual woman, she has desire towards men, but she wants men that looks nothing like her uncle or cousin or whoever violated her. That's a fair conclusion. I mean, she definitely needs to seek help with that, but I wouldn't just, call that person a psychopath or something like that. She's just suffered trauma. So yeah, there's sometimes that they're there, and sometimes it's just fetishization, which isn't really a large enough reason, in my opinion, to have a long-term relationship. But that's my take on that. Saint and Sinner and Fugazi, they said the same thing, but they're friends, and friends tend to do that. Like if I have a conversation with somebody the night before and we come to that conclusion and we're both saying the same thing, like, man, people who do that are this and this, and Saint Sinner agrees with me, and they had that conversation, and then the next day they both get on the podcast, and because they have that in their brain, because they share an opinion on things, it's going to come out the same. They're friends.
Black. So he's 12% of the population, 60% of the country is white, the majority. So the likelihood that a black person would date out of their race is fairly high, just statistically speaking. That doesn't mean that.
Why did you say this just now? Why did you say this just now? Ike, this is who you bought a membership for. I have white friends. I have white shoes. Why did you say that just now?
The white woman would be dating out of her race at the same rate.
The thing is, white people are 60% of the population, and I think black people are like 15, 20% of the population. So it's more probable for someone to date out their race anyway, because there's more white people. So even with people coming over from other countries, the probability is higher of them to date a white person anyway, just because there's more white people, there's more white chicks. Stop being racist. Like, that's the thing.
Every single day, it seems like something else is coming out about this guy. And the thing is that he won't be humble. He won't admit to being dishonest. He won't admit to loving a woman.
Because he wasn't dishonest. He wasn't dishonest. Just like a prisoner who tells a young man to not go to prison is not dishonest. Just like, you know, okay, just like a person who's in prison say, you know, will tell a person who's out of prison, hey, don't start no fights. Don't punch first. But when you in prison, you punch first. It's kind of like that. Like, okay, he is a single father now. So, you know, his whole stance on don't get with single mothers for non-recreational purposes really don't apply to him any longer. But if you do get with one that just so happens to be thicker than a frozen Snicker and will make you rich. Just saying.
That has multiple kids by another man, and that you keep impregnating her, that you don't want to marry her, which means that she is, like so many other women that you claim that shouldn't be dateable, she is still a baby mama. You see, she can leave at any time, you can leave at any time, and be no sweat off no one's back, because you're not obligated to each other with that.
Yes. You know that you can leave at any time if you're married. You do know that, right? But let's just take that away for a second. She will be a single mother whether he stays or leaves. Let me just throw that out there. She will be a single mother whether she stays or leaves. She can leave at any time. She can leverage the box at any time. But she's not, because she's not you. Just saying.
Without the contract of marriage. And that's just what it is. It should be a time right now where we're of the age to say that what we should be looking for, it should be past aesthetics. What we need to be listening for, we should be done with the rhetoric that has been played year after year after year.
Holy crap. Okay, this is my second time watching it, and I keep missing like little jewels of you know, Memphis wisdom. But I want y'all to hear this again. Okay, let's go back.
Time right now where we're of the age to say that what we should be looking for, it should be past aesthetics. What we
Fuck that. Fuck that. But by her saying that, she is admitting I'm going to highlight this. But the fact that she's saying that, she is admitting that the woman is aesthetically pleasing. So you're saying that this man should look past aesthetics and get with an ugly broad that's leveraging some pussy on him. That's what you're saying. Let me tell you something. It is a woman's duty to look her best to my penis at all times. And it's just not my problem dealing with some undutiful bitch. What kind of crap is this? Damn it. Damn it. Mustache hair in my mouth. Hold on. Okay, we're going to talk about this. To be honest, most of y'all baby moms be busted. Yes, well, Cooley's isn't. Let's be clear. Cooley's isn't. No disrespect, but I bite her ass. And I do like biting white booty a little bit more because I could see the teeth marks in it. Like, it turns red. I could see the teeth marks in white ass after I bite it more than I can black. And I see my handprint from smacking it. So yes, even though like I don't have like a propensity of for whiteness, I do like certain things.
Need to be listening for. We should be done with the rhetoric that has been played year after year after year and getting you no results. We should be at the age, a majority of us are 35 and up, and we're still worried about the silly shit.
Like what? Like
you're
what?
40, 50 years.
I don't give a shit. I'm way past 35. You think I care? You think I care? And that's what they want. That's what they want. They want to wait till your 35th birthday and hope that you start dating ugly ass bitches at that point in life. That's what they're hoping for. Like, well, I'm 39 and Whoopi Goldberg's starting to look good to me now. Fuck that. Fuck that. I don't care if I'm 135. I know an ugly ass bitch when I see one. Like, what the hell is this? That's what they're trying to do. That's what leveraging the box means. It means waiting until a nigga is 35 so he'll just take anything. But that tactic, that technique don't work when guys at 25 are marrying thick ass white women. It doesn't work then. Are getting with thick ass white women. It don't work then.
Is old and you're still.
She is single because she keeps rejecting the simps. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Everybody rejects simps. Everybody rejects simps. Everybody rejects simps. See, let me tell you something about simps. Simps are simps because they are rejected. If they weren't rejected, they wouldn't be simps. They would have confidence enough to not be a fucking simp. They are made simps by rejection. That's what leveraging the box means. It means, use the box, leverage the box to turn him into a simp, and then from then manipulate him if you so choose. However, by giving him the box, he will become less simpish each day. It's all a sick program. Simps are made to be fucking rejected. When a simp approaches a woman, especially one like Courtney, she knows what he wants. he wants some box. Now the woman can either give him the box, or she can make him a little bit more simpish. Each and every single day, she can make him a little bit more simpish. She knows if she dealing with a non-simp, she gotta drop those panties or knees quickly. Else someone else will, else he don't give a shit. She knows that. And that's what Cooley did, and that's what Cooley represents. And she don't like it.
Taking advice from men that have not lived or are lying to you, and you believe them, what he's saying is right. Well, clearly it's not. It's not right. What he did was create a family on his own that worked best for him. And if it's with the white woman with all the children, well, if that worked best for him, he decided to get in it, so he needs to stay, take care of them children.
He is taking care of them
and
children.
He decided to take care of two others. That's not his. That's his choice.
You damn right. That is his choice. He has every right to take. What is that? He has every right to take care of them children if he wants to. He is taking care of his children, and he's doing so with a supportive wife, a supportive woman. That's what he's doing. How many 25-year-old black men have you turned into millionaires? Let's start there. How many 25-year-old black men have you turned into millionaires? You could deal with this, or you could deal with that. You could deal with this, or you could deal with that. How many 25-year-old black men have you turned into millionaires? I'm waiting.
Choice, but why are you? I'm not here to even shame him on what he's deciding to do. That's on you. And if that's how you want to live your life, then live it that way. But to shame other people or degrade women that has the same attributes as the one that you've been with for.
And that's another thing. That's a good point. Somebody said, I use WinZip instead of 7-zip. Okay. Where was I? Hold on. She destroyed her own family. Okay. So, how many black families has she destroyed? How many black families has she destroyed? 0. Not many black women could say the same. In fact, your whole panel on the thing I was covering before can't say the same. Just saying.
For almost 10 years, it's mind-boggling. You know, I really hope this situation and other situations like the Donovan Sharps of the world, the freshest of the world, will show you that these men will say something in this red pill space that they don't believe in. They don't want you to be with OnlyFans or a stripper, but yet they impregnate them. Don't talk to baby mamas, however, they impregnate them over and over again and live with them and make money with them. You know, it's interesting, the part where he says that
y'all see how she threw that in there? And make money with them. They make money with them. You damn right. Listen and listen me good. If a man has to choose between a bunch of box leveraging bitches and women who are giving up box, then they always are going to choose the latter. You should stick with us while we leverage the box on you. Fuck that. Ain't no eggs in them boxes. Fuck that. The box got gray hairs on it. Fuck that.
Six four, hot top tier man, and I'm black, and I make money with, but yet they impregnate them. Don't talk to baby mamas. However, they impregnate them over and over again and live with them and make money with them. You know, it's interesting the part where he says that I'm a 6'4" hot top tier man, and I'm black, and I make well over six figures. Well, let's just be honest. The reason why you make six figures is because of a woman. Your TikTok. You're in.
Wait. I'm going to have to correct you. Hold on. I'm going to go back 20 seconds so I can pause it at the right moment to correct her.
Over again and live with them and make money with them. You know, it's interesting the part where he says that I'm a 6'4" hot top tier man, and I'm black, and I make well over six figures. Well, let's just be honest. The reason why you make six figures is because of a woman.
It's because of a white woman. The reason why you make six figures is because of a white woman. The reason why you make six figures is because of a white woman. Is your baby daddy making six figures because of you? Once again, when was the last time you aided a 25-year-old black man into, having a separate stream six-figure income? When was the last time you did that? Like, okay. He could either get with someone like you that'll leverage the box until he turns 35, wait for his standards to drop, and then offer him, the box at a premium. He could either do that, or at 25, get with white thickums with a biteable booty. And, and make six figures as a result of it. You could deal with this, or you could deal with that. You could deal with this, or you could deal with that. You could deal with this, or you could deal with that. You could deal with this. Her ass is kind of fat.
Your TikTok, your interracial weird TikToks that you guys do has made you into six figures, and you wouldn't have been there if it wasn't for your woman. Fresh and fit. The reason why they...
Now let's talk about what UFO just said. UFO said if he had a black baby mama with kids, there'll be no complaints. If he had a black baby mama with kids, he'd be Obsidian. And notice Courtney Michelle, who don't like Obsidian, didn't bring him up. She's like, people like him, like Fresh, like Donovan Sharp, all of whom are with white women, but Obsidian baby mama banging ass, nobody say anything about him. Y'all notice that? So you're right. There is no complaints. She don't have she just complained about Obsidian when he gets googly eyes over just pearly things, but truth be told, yeah, you're right. If you get with a black box leveraging bitch, everything in life is perfect. Everything in life is tra la 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 la. Everything is perfect. But once you get with a white woman that makes you rich, how much money did Obsidian's woman make him? How many kids did Obsidian? Cooley's white woman has thus far spent 27 months pregnant for him. I repeat, she has spent 27 months pregnant for him. One more again. She has spent 27 months pregnant for him. How many months pregnant has Obsidian's wife spent for him? Or his lady friend spent on him?
were successful? Because of the women. The need of women, whether you have to degrade them to get money, which is truly pathetic, and there's a special place in hell for you. You need women.
Yeah, there is a special place in hell for people like that, and it's full of lesbians and porn stars. What the fuck? I hope to go to that sector of hell. I hope to go. Ain't this some shit? Damn it, chaos. I'm going to return to this comment. But in the meantime, there's a special place in hell for people like that. Yeah, see the whole, you're degrading women. There's a special place in hell. I'm pretty sure that hell is full of special places. Yeah, oh, crap. Okay. Now let's talk about chaos. She not big anymore. What in the fuck are you? What are you, her tailor? Are you a guy that just walks around like weighing fat bitches to determine if they just meet the criteria anymore? Listen, every now and again you get a woman who gets gastric bypass surgery and she gets slim for a little bit and then she eat her fat ass out of it. Now you could tell by arm wrinkles and shit like that, if a woman has had gastric bypass surgery. And you can also tell that if a year later she goes through the process of rebiggening, it's because she had that and it didn't take permanently. So what are you talking about? And even if you take the big aside, it's still a single mother. Is still a single mother. Okay, so ask him how much his lady friend weighs. When you have Obsidian on your show tonight, ask him how much his lady friend weighs. Let's start there. But Obsidian is with a single mama, and he is not on Courtney's list.
A lot of these platforms, no one will listen to you if you didn't talk about women.
Power. So when I see a single mom, right, I see a woman that made all the wrong choices and only prioritized how she feels. She's selfish.
Will you ever date a single mom?
What he say?
Will you ever? The girl said, "Will you ever date a single mom?"
What he say?
Listen to what he about to say. They literally said, because they don't know he's in a relationship with a white single mom. Watch this.
I mean, single moms need love too. They can get a little.
Okay. He's saying single moms need love too, and he's willing to give it to them. And so am I. Nobody here is kicking Rihanna out of their bed if she becomes a single mom. Nobody's kicking Haley Bailey out their bed now that she's a single mom. Keke Palmer can get it.
A little recreational use only sometimes.
Exactly what I just called her.
Yeah, recreational use only sometimes. What's I don't. It seemed like Mr. Lego tried to stop it before he said sometimes.
A baby mother, because he don't plan no.
He literally says single mothers are for recreational use only, but his girl is a single mother.
Yeah.
So look, it gets worse. Watch this.
You believe that single moms are damaged? Are damaged goods?
Well, damaged goods. I believe that.
You got to remember, his woman is a single mom. So they ask, are single mothers damaged goods?
how he stutters. Why are you stuttering, sir? Just answer the damn question.
Damaged goods. I believe that.
Why are you stuttering?
Are damaged goods?
Well, damaged goods. I believe that.
I'm confused. What?
A single mother's damaged goods. In the back of his mind, he's like, my lady is, that means I'm about to have to call my old lady.
Well, he would be equally damaged goods by that logic. And I think that that's, yeah. It's like two damaged people got together. Okay, hold on. Looks like I got a Cash App. Appreciate it. Let me see what this is about. Got to learn to call these earlier. All right, Cash App. Actually, let me check let me get off my email. That's better. Ooh, I got some good news in the email. All right. Okay, before I say the name, let me see if they go by another name. Okay, I'm not making this up. Somebody who shout yourself out, who goes by the name of Nanga. Just sent the Cash App. I greatly appreciate it. All right. Now let me go to my channel so I can look and see, because apparently Cortez is timing people out. So I want to see what this is about, because we can't just be timing people out without cause. So, but I'll do that while I play this.
Damaged goods.
He's a contradiction.
I don't want to get too involved in my
Listen, I got you. Listen, single moms, to answer your question directly, like I said,
I don't think it's a bad thing.
Recreational use only.
No.
Do you know? You guys know what that means?
Are you serious?
Recreational use only. Especially if you up in your ages, in your 30s. Recreational use only.
And to BBL Becky, girl, get some self-respect for you.
Here we go. Listen, ever notice that women like Courtney try to be the white woman's fake sister? Girl, get some self-respect for yourself. I'm speaking, she is with a 6'4", well-to-do black man. She has some respect for herself. She's picking out Christmas pajamas for their mulatto kids while you're watching Golden Girls and putting a puzzle together. She does have respect for herself.
Yourself. He is talking down to women that are you. That are you. And you decide to sleep with him and keep having babies by a man that doesn't respect you because he continuously degrades you on every show that he possibly can. You guys removed the family pictures, except for the interracial baby that you guys share, but you removed your son.
Listen, you think she gives a damn about degradation? You think she gives a damn about that? See, that's the problem. You need some degradation in your life. You need a facial every now and again. That's the problem. And no, I'm not talking about at the spa.
shouldn't have had them on there on a public platform, and you have almost 2 million subscribers on TikTok where you shouldn't have had them on there anyway. But now that you do and people see it, then don't remove the white babies, honey. Remove all the babies. Don't be ashamed of your kids. And don't be with a man that's ashamed of you and your kids either. Red pill.
I just noticed this. She actually drew the mouth with the gap. I got to give it to you, Courtney. All this shit I talk, you are hilarious. You are hilarious. You actually sat and drew your own mouth with your own gap and a purple tongue. I gotta give you that one. That is classic. You turned that into your signature. I wasn't gonna say anything about the gap, but you said it best. You're like, hey, I own this. No shade on that. And this is no cap. That is some real shit. That is some real shit. I gotta get that one to you. I didn't notice that until just now. All right, let's go here. All right, let's go back to the thing. Let's see. Purple is the color of poison in cartoons. You're a trip. All right, let me get out of here. And here we go. All right, back to this. And this is her like thumping on Chantel. See, they do not like thick women. And I don't know if Chantel is thick. I've actually seen her in person. I still don't know. But I know that she is, she has a pleasing figure. I do know that. So, and she don't have any kids. And she's younger. So the hatred for that is the same that they have for Donovan Sharp's chick. Because she's not down with the sisterhood.
So no, leaders have weak moments.
Somebody said Courtney is super thick. I don't think I ever seen like if she was thick or not either. And I'm not gonna take it away from her if she is. I will say that from what I've seen, and I could be wrong, her titties are downer. For one, they're downer than Chantel's, from what I see, and two, they're downer than I would like for them to be. So, you know, let's start there. But, you know, she probably has like a very pleasing form, you know, especially with a push-up bra on. So, yeah. Somebody says Shannon's a baddie. I like Chantel when she wears dark rim glasses. I do. Like certain women have like certain things that just sets them like ridiculously above where they would be, even when where they would be is a decent place. Take what's her name? Danica Marie and Bella Rings, for example. Attractive women, but when they gloss, it's like, oh Lord, not the gloss. They both married, so I'm not going to go too deep into it, but not the gloss. They don't put the gloss on them. When they gloss, that's just like a whole new level. And Chantel's thing is the dark rim glasses, which she don't have on right now. Maybe that is it. Maybe that is it. Maybe I do have like a Liberian vibe. You know, it could be. It could be. I'm not above something like that. I'm gonna say, what is gloss? Lip gloss. lip gloss. Yeah, when they put that lip gloss on, it's just like, oh, this is next level. Sweet Melody, when just a voice, just her voice kills it for me. All right, let's listen to this.
Leaders have flaws, and some of the greatest leaders that we've had downfall was women. Does that make them not great leaders?
She's basically saying women like us will be your downfall, but you're still a great leader. I was just your downfall, as opposed to your uplift. I'm not your uplift like Cooley's girl, who made him hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm not your uplift. I'm your downfall, but you're still a great leader. You're just not leading shit because of the downfall, which is me. Like, is your baby daddy leading his family? Like, I mean, the downfall was you.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And again, somebody put about dick discipline. That is absolutely true. But it does not mean that men are not tempted by the vagina. Because it is, again, since Adam and Eve, I mean, we are human.
Right. And this is a different, because this is what I kept seeing in people's the chat on some of them. It was, weak men are controlled by box. Men want vagina. They want it. Straight men. Some bisexual men. That's what they want. Now, being controlled over anything, it's a problem. People get controlled over.
So you see it as a problem, yet you are using it as a form of control.
For drugs, people get control over gambling, people have sex addictions. We're not talking about that. Now, if you have a substance abuse, a sex abuse, all the abusing, whatever, I mean, that's an addiction issue. And some great leaders have addiction issues. Does that mean that they succumb to alcoholism?
This is her encouraging men to have weakness. There's nothing wrong with weakness, because when you wish to exploit said weakness. That's really what's going on here. That's what's really hood. That's what's really going on here. I can't get over that she had the gap. I cannot. All right, give me a second, y'all. So I figured out a way to get less buffering.
We tend to be a little bit more emotional. So if the devil can get in my ear, I don't have a husband to try to protect him and be like, no, let's think logically. Let's think 20 years from now. Let's think 30 years from now. When he uses and gets in my ear, then I'm easily more, I don't want to say corruptible, but it's the truth. If you can get in my ear and tell me a thing and I believe it because I love you, my feelings are all in it, then I'm going to do whatever. Okay, I got you. Men, no, you can't run that on me, baby. No, we got you.
So she's given a bunch of examples of how women use pussy to destroy men. And she is just like elated by that. I feel so powerful. Like, so this is a year ago. You're telling stories about the power of pussy and how it destroys men. Not one of the scenarios really built a man up. But Cooley has given an example of the power of a white pussy that didn't destroy a man, that actually built him up. And you tried to destroy him. You tried to destroy him with your distant black vagina. That's what you're trying to do. Yours only have the power to destroy. See, it's like a hammer. A hammer can be used to build a house, to build just about anything. And it can also be used to crack somebody's skull in. It all depends on the person wielding it. A pussy can be used to create a happy, healthy family. A pussy can also be used to get Merlin Santana deleted. It all depends on the wielder. But look at how y'all choose to wield y'all pussy. And look at the results. Look at the results. The results is trash. The results is utter trash. Just a bunch of empty boxes looking to trade it off for provisions and somebody to die with later in life. This is pathetic. Look at the chat room. Courtney, I still have a crush on you. What the? She didn't marry none of you niggas. Very true. You are preaching the truth. These niggas is co-signing the power her pussy has over them. This is a damn shame. All right, let's see. Because women hold power, man. P got us men addicted. And he got a wrench. God technically isn't a man either. The fuck he ain't.
Does that make sense? That don't make money. It don't make sense. So if they can keep it separated, then the devil can use us to manipulate. And then we know, well, if I can put this on and do it and then try to get to the man. But if the man ain't
what in the hell is she talking about?
Covered by God, then he's gonna fall short too. And here we are now, a whole bunch of people falling short.
Well, it goes
of your pussy.
Goes back to what you said before. Even as are you lucky? One of them said that he went to Eve first, whereas that had he gone to Adam, Adam would have shut it down. It's the same thing with most of us women not having covering, because if we had a covering and they went to our husband first,
y'all don't have a covering because your mom's wasn't shit. Like it's generations. Y'all are generations into this.
It'll be like, get out of here with that foolishness. Whereas that we women are more inclined, because we're nurturing, we're more malleable, we're more easily influenced, if you will, or easier influence, that we are susceptible to those kinds of temptations, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, absolutely. And I wholeheartedly believe that. So yeah. So again, with David and Bathsheba, now he confessed his sins and he had consequences, and there's always going to be a consequence of what you do. And in David's case, the consequences did not include the sinner's own death. And again, I'm go with it. That I got some more, but we'll go. Let me do Tiger Woods real quick, and then we'll take a pause for the calls. Tiger Woods in November 2009, tabloids reported Woods was having an
Dang, she do look like a older, less attractive version of Lucky.
affair with the nightclub manager. Dozens of women soon after when those allegations came, dozens of women came out. Well, Tiger did this, and I was rump roasting with Tiger, and Tiger was in between the sheets and playing nice, the brothers to me, all that. Sexual relationships with the married golfer within months. Woods had lost his sponsors and his golf game began to suffer consequences.
Can we talk about TJ Holmes?
Ooh, I didn't even put him on my slide.
This is
once again, every example they give is about pussy destroying a man, particularly what they perceive to be a black man. That's how they view power. That's how they view power. Who in the fuck want to deal with that? Who in the fuck wanna just, you know, get with a lunatic long term, who walks around thinking about how she has the power to destroy you between her legs.
Current right now. Can we talk about TJ Holmes?
Let's
Which is
talk about
tell us there's no power in the pussy, in the vagina.
Okay, talk about it. Go ahead.
TJ Holmes.
Gone. Job, marriage, just gone.
Gone.
There you go. It's gone. It's gone. Because of the power of the pussy. They revel in watching men get destroyed. Instead of for using it to build a man like Cooley's wife did, they revel in when it's used to destroy one. This is the sickness that people like Cooley is escaping.
But there's no
because
power.
because the multiple of women now that's coming out that's had affairs with him, and the women that he's been with.
Holy shit. Yes, build a man. It's called motherhood. What the fuck is wrong with you? It's called maintaining a relationship with the child's father, and in the process, working with him to build the son into a man. But you don't see that, bum, because you just see your pussy as the power to get free shit. Oh, I got a trip to Spain. Pussy, pussy. That's how you see it. Damn it.
With. And now he got fired, lost his job, making millions. And he lost it off of Amy Robach. And imagine, and she's like in her 50s. So this sexual marketplace value, y'all, sometimes they got a little leeway, let me tell you. But lost it over her.
You're proud of this. Well, I say wife, but you know what I mean. The Greeks are awesome. Okay.
Everything. You lost your wife, your children, your job to do the Humpty dance with Amy Robach. The power.
I really don't, when we know all this to be true,
Y'all hear this crap. Is it any wonder? No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I seen earlier you were talking about their history. Yeah. Well, not history, just I think mentology is like a skewed interpretation of the history or a contemporary one made for entertainment. But yeah, I get what you're saying nonetheless.
really didn't understand the confusion, because it's not to suggest that because women do have this power that if we don't wield it correctly, that's a good thing. We're not suggesting that.
That's exactly what you just suggested. That's exactly what you've been suggesting the whole damn time.
But it doesn't mean that it's not true. It's true.
It is.
What you choose to do with it is one thing, or if you value it, that's something different. But it doesn't mean that there's not power or influence in the box.
Okay.
I think that was the disconnect. He was speaking to what is, but a lot of the times people want you to just say what should be, and they like to.
No, he wasn't speaking to what they should be. Basically, this is from when Crew Seasons was saying that a woman should leverage the box. That's what he said. What advice would you give to a woman who's trying to get married? To leverage the box. That's not speaking to how things are. That's speaking to what she should do. What she should do. How about she should be a better bitch and then make herself worthy for the dick indefinitely? How about that?
To live in delusion, but what is it is what it is, and it's also what men keep making it, because if it wasn't the case, even when if you notice, like when women have a movement, there is no male movement to combat it. There's just male complaints. So therefore the power goes to the women because they're
This is what they determine power to be. When women have movements, men don't have counter movements. So you admit to moving against men. Nobody wants to deal with bitches that are moving against them. How about they just move their ass away from your pussy and let you raise the kid by yourself? What kind of movement would you call that? They moving the fuck away from you. DSLs for sure.
Actually in the movement. So now the movement and the influence is so powerful that now your kids getting a hold to it, and you're not really you're first, you're not in your households to combat the power, but
and y'all see y'all see what these bras are doing, kicking you out the household, and then controlling the minds of your kids to make a generation of new fucked up bitches. She just gave the template. She just gave the whole thing. And then they talk about y'all should stick with the community. When you get with white women, you going against the community. Fuck y'all. And the only people that care about community is the niggas that fall for your bullshit. You obviously don't care because you plan to kick the man out the house so you can control the minds of the children, so you can raise the women to be bitches and the sons to be simps, and you can perpetuate this cycle over and over and over again.
Also in general in conversations, you don't even have enough power in conversations or platforms to combat it. You know what I'm saying? So
well, apparently Cooley does, and that's why y'all upset.
I think when we talk about influence, I go way past vagina. I just go back all across the board of how powerful women are in general. And
it's always the broke single moms talking about how powerful they fucking are. This is sad. This is sad. All right. I'm gonna make it less sad. I'm gonna go to like a random part where I'm in it. And because it's only interesting when I get there. The party don't start till Game Changer comes. Oh, is that Shay Sade?
I was a virgin when I got married. So it was, for me, it was never like, that was never really a thing for me because the culture I was around, the lifestyle I lived to choose was very specific. So I can't say that I can identify with that because I chose to live under different principles. But I have heard that be true, especially for women who are just more free. I'll just leave it.
Somebody say, Lucky a single mom too? Of course, she's a Black woman. What kind of question is that?
Like that.
Sexually active.
Yeah.
Courtney, what about you?
So a man that's not control over it or acts, or if it does like not fade him, it's intriguing because you don't see it. Most men are so susceptible to vagina that the possibility of it, I'm able to get food and this of it, just of the thought of them.
This man is shaking, is bobbling his fucking head to how much power his wife's pussy has over her.
Maybe being able to smell it, just to be honest. However,
look at how he's reacting to that.
If a man is different.
Like, I understand. I understand. I understand that smell thing. You panty sniffing bastard.
And like, I don't mean that ain't what. No, it's attractive. It's different.
So it makes you want him more.
But understand that idea is that's a minority, and that minority of a man is, again, when we talk about men that most women want, it's the minority, and these are the actions of the minority that most women want. But then when you get in these spaces, all they talk about is sex and getting sex, and she ain't putting sex is sex is sex. It's a turn off because then it shows that you're thirsty. And just like everybody else.
Can I jump in here real quick?
Oh my gosh. She talked about how much thirsty guys, and this is why, notice how on the video that she recently did, she didn't have an engagement or a wedding ring on her finger. This is why, because she put herself into a catch-22. She's not attracted to thirsty men, yet she relishes in, or she tries to use the power of the box, but the power of the box only works on thirsty men. It's a catch-22. 22 representing a very low IQ.
Quick, because I really want to talk about this conversation that I was on a panel with Trill with, and we had conversations about. Let's talk about truth real quick. Okay. I've told this story many a times. I'm not gonna tell it again, but there came a point in my life where I understood that telling the truth was more of a breath of fresh air to women than just being a lying ad nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So one of the things that I noticed was over time of just telling the truth and not being a slave to wanting to get the box, and I'll just lie and I'll do anything to get the box, right? I just told the truth. Is there a potential that I'm going to lose out on the box from me telling my truth, i.e., when the very first time?
No, she didn't. I just seen the video. I just seen the video and her hand in it.
When I said, hey, I'm gonna start telling the truth to women, and I said, hey, you can ask me whatever you want.
You know who has a ring on her finger and always has? Is Shay Sade. She was born with a ring on her finger. Why? Because she is the superior woman. Because she don't go around trying to leverage box on niggas. Well, she was a virgin before she married, but it was much better. And she wasn't leveraging single mother boxes on niggas. And the man wanted to marry her, not her box. He didn't do it out of thirst for a box, which is what Crew Season was suggesting. All right, this man is getting on my nerves. Let me just go back. Ah, damn it. See what you made me do? I lost my place in the video. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Okay, I'm back. Hold on. Let me go back to the most recent video. Get on my nerves. Such foolishness. Hold on. I'm looking for here. I'll share it with y'all.
Rhetoric of I'll never date a baby mama, or I will never be with a baby mama, that is a lie. Okay, it's an absolute lie. Your favorite content creators, their wives, girlfriends have children with other men. They look for and don't mind dating baby mama. So I don't understand the rhetoric that continuously and perpetuates on this on this particular platform because it's been proven to be false. And one, which is Mr. Cooley, has been to you. But again, I guess you think that we are these two, someone else, but we clearly have eyes.
There we go. Did you see a ring? Slow motion for me. Slow motion for me. Move it. Slow motion for me. Hold on. All right, this is her right hand. Looks like a little ring there, but that's her right hand.
Body that he loves.
That's the left hand. That's the finger. There's no ring there. You see that, right? You see that now?
Your brother is telling.
You got that? You got that, Mac 98? Man, have me slow down my pace for that foolishness. All right, now I got to go back to the other thing. Hit the like button. Salute to Danica Marie. What's going on? So I'm okay. Let me give a quick recap. So the guy Cooley from No Fugazi podcast originally got caught in a situation where he is with a apparently his lover, his girlfriend, is a white woman who has 2 kids by him and 2 kids by a previous relationship. I think they were married. And they like, oh, you know, it's no single mothers, but really, you know, the real reason why Courtney is upset is because her leverage the box technique is only forcing men away from women like her and into the arms of other women. So that's what this is about. That's the recap. Now, so now Mac 98, now we know that you're full of shit. And we can get back to the program at hand. Hold on. "70% of black men are overweight." Yeah, it's called muscle. What's your fucking excuse? All right, give me a second, y'all.
I add to that, and then and let me add to that. Remember, I said earlier, it also depends on what generation and age. So, with your revelation prior to me getting married, that's exactly the revelation. I could sit here and I've gotten more box telling the woman, "Hey, I'm not ready."
Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. We can't. Wait, hold, bro. I got Mo boxed. Shut the fuck up. People just say shit. People just say shit. Walking around with imaginary boxes talking about, I got it for telling the truth. Shut the hell up. Rest in peace, Alan Roger Curry, but that shit do not work. This whole concept, and I'm not saying go out and overtly lie to a bitch, but if a woman has the audacity, okay. Take the trophy wife, for example, right? Now, on one of the videos that she took down, she was talking about how she was fooled. She was fooled out of her box. She met a guy with a fancy car, and she thought he had more money than he did. But he got that box though. Man, I think it's stupid.
Okay, don't look.
Yeah.
Don't let Uncle Sue fool you.
Yeah. Don't. I'm an army dog. You know. But I was able to get more simply by telling the woman, I'm gonna be honest with you right now. I'm not ready for no real relationship. I'm trying to get some things in my life squared away.
Right.
This is what I'm looking for, and I guarantee within 3 hours
you was getting some box. So
exactly,
it's almost like we understand at this point that we know how to weaponize the
right.
truth.
But there's you know,
these niggas is retarded. They can't read. They just remember what words look like. But they don't really understand it. Like, you know, kind of like people's faces are familiar. Like words are familiar. Like, oh, I seen that word. And the last time I seen that word, it meant this.
but again, there's maturity into that.
Right. Yeah,
I
like the
wanna
maturity.
Go back to what I wanted to go.
See, what pisses me off about this topic, and not that I have anything against the brother in the middle or anything like that, you know, because I favor myself to be an honest person, but I only have honest dealings with honest people. Let's start there. These dudes are talking about how they should be honest and honorable to dishonorable women, which is ridiculous. I meet people where they stand. If somebody pulls out a knife in a fist fight, then you pull yours out too, period. You know, if they're going to cheat, you cheat. Somebody try to throw dirt in your eyes, you do that shit too. Else you lose. You meet them where they are. And these chicks are being dishonest. They talking about how to use their pussy to gain control over men. And these men like, oh yes, honesty is the best way to get pussy. Shut your stupid ass up. You're stupid. Okay, there's a question in the chat room that I already knew the answer to, but I'm gonna wait for the answer to be said.
Go back to was, you know, we have to recognize that there's nothing new under the sun. Some of the experiences that people are having, we had that back in high school. Dude, I seen the women who went after the athlete, the this, the that, the this. Seen all that in high school.
All them
I'm
niggas
55
lying.
years old, so that ain't nothing new. The only thing that's new is the methodology that's being used right now. Mm-hmm. There's nothing new about how women operate.
D squared, what she really means to say is because she's light-skinned. I thought she was going to answer the question like that. I thought she was going to answer the question because she's one of those chicks like, I'm light-skinned. That means I deserve high-tier dick. No. She said that on my channel before, but now she's trying to hide that because she got roasted then. But no, that's what it's really all about.
Go back in the 40s and 50s. Who was getting the women? The Jazz Brothers, the Blues Brothers. You see what I'm saying? So it's nothing new. What when we talk about, you know, women using the box, what made the crack era so successful?
The crack era was successful for you? I don't think I ever heard a 55-year-old man describe the crack era as a success. I got to see where this is going. See, this is what leveraging the box do to niggas. This is the ultimate result of having box leveraged over you for 55 years. It's shit like this.
Because drug dealers got the women on the drugs, the women wanted the drugs, and the men wanted the women. And that's how that whole thing exploded in the community.
That's a success? I'm trying to understand where the success factor came in. People selling crack to pregnant women that give birth to men like this is not a success.
Why do men do the things they do automatically?
So hold on.
Well, hold on,
make sure we ain't
I want to
drifting from
play
this
this.
point.
I want to play my video. I can't be on here all night long.
I thought you had all this energy.
Well, I do
Yeah,
have.
you said you had time. You had time.
Yeah, she said, I got time today.
I do have time. Then I look, I have time. Then I looked at the time.
Oh, okay.
I said, well, maybe I need to do my time in a part 2. But anyway, let me play some stuff because some of this Game Changer, you're in it. So if you want to clarify, we can talk. If you guys want to stop, go, whatever, let me know.
Sure.
I'm gonna bring it up.
Pardon me?
Hold on. Let's also know this. Cruise season, SB Nation, anyone that's on this in this particular panel that rocks with me, we advocate for men. That's something that just has to be known. We don't do the opposite of.
Okay. Advocating for men to be simps is not advocating for men, especially when you don't respect simps. Okay. It's kind of like a rancher saying that he advocates for cows. I'm going to repeat that. Women like this advocate for men the way ranchers advocate for cows. It's all just like, you see, we're giving you food, we're giving you water, we're giving you so much food and water, you know, we're saying yeah so you can follow us around, and then one day the slaughter happens, which happened to each of your husbands. Like, that is the type of advocacy you are giving to men. That's why so many black boys, you know, grow up in the hood, you know, dear mama, even though you was a crack fiend, mama, you always, he was just being fattened up. Now, unfortunately for him, he was slaughtered in a different way prior to that, but these guys are just being fattened up for the slaughter is what's going to happen. They're being fattened up for the slaughter.
If a woman is disruptive, out of order, we preach order all the time. So over here, some of that is already a given. You just have to know that. And so, you know, that's just part of it right there. We advocate for men being leaders, order, Bible, God, creator. We advocate for that. I'm not saying Trill be Bible thumping, but I'm just saying that's who we advocate from. The whole thing is about that. So I just want to put that part out there also, because the atmosphere has to be set to understand, you know, maybe even the questions that were being asked. But I apologize. I'll be quiet for me.
No problem. And just to clarify too, we're having this conversation to highlight how certain advice and certain talking points allowed women to be so entitled, thinking that I don't need to learn what a man wants. I don't need to bring anything else to the table but my box. Because
you see, it's a damn shame how much older than Chantel these women are, but how much wiser and Jamaicaner Chantel is than them. Because she had less time in this country to really, you know, peep game and, you know, but because she's been listening and paying attention and not just waiting the opportunity to leverage a box, she has gained superior wisdom. She has.
Because people like Steve Harvey said, girl, your box is golden and a man will fight over your box. And Trill had basically said that. So that's why I'm having this conversation to highlight how that talking point is doing more harm than good for our Black community.
Wait, again, way to get, I gotta clarify, because again, a lot of y'all content creators like to take what people say, you know, like to misconstrue, to feed to y'all.
Wait, they like to misco what? Hold on.
Wait, again.
Holy shit, that's a person. That's a person in the background. I thought that was an avatar on top of his name. It looked like a little head was just floating in the middle of nowhere. I thought that was like, I thought that was a CGI avatar on top of this name here.
And I gotta clarify, because again, a lot of y'all content creators like to take what people say, like to misconstrue to feed to y'all audience. That is not what I said. For one, I was not giving advice. In that scenario, I was just like a reporter reporting on what actually happens.
But
what
he was giving advice.
Most men are influenced by the box.
Okay, that's me. He was giving advice.
That is a fact.
She asked, "What's your advice?" and he gave it.
Pause it real quick, Courtney.
This is not anything I've researched.
Pause it real quick.
This is reality.
He just told you, even if he made the mistake earlier, and based off of security boss's question to Trill, right, and it was supposed to come in a form of advice. He just told you, and he just clarified for all the dummies who didn't get it the first time, that I was not giving advice. I was reporting like a reporter does. I'm giving you the facts of.
You hear this? Like, I don't care what he said. What he's saying now is, yeah, but that don't apply to Cooley though. I don't care what he said. What he's saying now is like, no, he said he gave advice
of what happens in the real.
Okay, this chick. So Chantella is a single woman giving marriage advice. Well, Chantel is a unmarried woman who is telling women not to fall for the mistakes that she did. Once again, prisoners can tell free people, don't become prisoners. If a person got their foot caught in a bear trap, they can say, don't walk this way. Get it? Got it? Good.
The world. That is literally what this man just said. But guess what you just did? And guess what Chantel did the entire time? Well, we just gonna keep going back to you giving advice. I just told you I'm not giving advice. You don't understand what the problem is.
Game changer. Let me ask you a question. So what you saying is no one is allowed to clarify this statement. The first statement they made is what they're stuck to.
No, what I'm saying is that Chantel was responding to the first thing that he said.
And
Exactly. Like, if he's clarifying it now, she was responding to something that was then unclarified. These niggas is slow. Ike is right. They can't read.
Hey, hold on, Chris. Listen what I just asked you. So are you saying that if you make a statement,
he actually upset about it?
You're stuck to that statement. You cannot clarify.
That's not what I'm saying.
That's
what I'm saying. Then why are you going back for the nigga clarified it 15 times? What are we talking about?
Ah, Jesus.
Yes, Jesus Christ.
Well, let's not.
As y'all can see, I really do not like speaking to people like that. And here's the thing. Because I've found myself, even now, and that's what I have to stop this show and go do later. I find myself in situations where I teach and mentor people who are either young or are not, I don't want to say gifted. Let's just say they're not as experienced mathematically as I am. And some of them just have trouble grasping certain mathematical concepts. That's common in America and amongst Americans. So I don't really get much frustration in dealing with that because there is a willingness to learn, and there also isn't an arrogance that comes with it. Like, I already know, because they're self-aware enough to know that they really don't know, and they're willing to learn. These niggas think that they know shit. So it's just simple. It's simple niggas arguing. People, man, this gets on my nerves.
Not use the Lord name.
I'm trying to, but come on, man.
I just used his first name, but
like we can't clarify a statement. He made a statement. Fine, he might have misspoke the first time. He clarified what he meant.
Okay, so I'm just pointing out
on?
I'm just pointing out that he
God damn, man, this is stupid.
Let's do that. Okay, let's stick with the fact that he misspoke and Chantel was responding to his misspeak.
And fine, can you acknowledge that he clarified it so we can move the fuck on? This shit is stupid. For real.
No, what the fuck? I'm talking about Chantel speaking on his misspeak. but go ahead.
It's very clear.
Well, I'm gonna play.
I'm not giving advice saying, hey, a man, you should go out there and just be finessed by the women. No, I'm saying that most men are finessed by women due to sex. Even powerful men,
you did not say that.
Successful men, we see it 24/7. Men risk their fortunes for vagina. So for us to sit up here and act like that's not the case, that is being disingenuous. And you are being disingenuous because you are taking what I said and finessing it to try to feed to your base. That is
no. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know if you just did the sound board, but if I can ask that you hold off on it, please. Trill, the point of the conversation is not if men don't have this discipline or not. As I just said, the point of my conversation is how we emphasize the value of the box. We tell women that the thing is between your legs is golden and men will fight and kill over it.
And they do. Are we in disagreement? We tell men that they'll fight and kill over it. Because they do.
Empires have fallen.
Didn't Tyree?
Oh, gosh. These chicks is unbelievable. And they wonder why they lose the Coolies of the world. So now we understand the madness. This is madness. Now we understand the madness that Cooley has left. And you even seen it in the thing, you know, he's so smart. You know, she was on that stuff. It's because of that this happened. Men are going to leave the box leveragers of America the moment they see opportunity. So the movie Malcolm X with Denzel Washington, and Denzel Washington is in some strange now. I don't even want to talk about that, but the movie Malcolm X, when Elijah Muhammad, he had 2 glasses of water and he said, you see this water? Let's make it dirty. And then he poured some ink into it. And he was like, people will drink it if that's all they have access to. However, if you give them the option to drink pure water, they'll take that all the time. These bitches' vagina is dirty water. And not only are men drinking it because there's nothing else around, at least the men who are loyal to, you know, depravity, they will drink it because there's nothing else around. But also, hold on, I'm seeing how many likes I got. Let me get some more. It's good, but we could do better. But not only are they drinking dirty water, these chicks are leveraging dirty water, making the water dirtier and the cost of said dirty water higher. That's why they say shit like, you know, when you turn 35, you shouldn't worry about looks. I'm going to worry about looks to the day I motherfucking die, staring at a sexy nurse as I croak. Fuck you talking about? Looking at the nurse's ass on my deathbed. Fuck you talking about? All right, let me read some comments. Born in Shem and shaped in what is that? Inquisitus? I don't know that word. Behavior in the gynocracy matriarchal system. A lot of generation, I think you mean Generation Xers, yeah. Okay. Suffered the programming. Absolutely. Absolutely. That was the first generation, which is my generation. Gen X was the first generation where they did that. Like, I'm going to take the father out the home and raise the son in a way that he is being taken advantage of. Black men, understand that you are lambs in the slaughter. I should do a separate video on that. I don't think you understand that from the moment you were born, you was raised to benefit Black women in one way or another. Either as a mindless thug who dies in the defense of a fat bitch, or as an earner who eventually, have his wealth that he accumulates over the years. Okay, as the dude who is now, accused of being a chomo by the trophy wife, lamb to the slaughter. He spent his whole life earning that income just so she could come along and take it. And raise those daughters to do the same thing to another Black man. We are being fattened up. We're being fattened up. I don't like Chantel's face. It looks better than your ski mask. All right. First time of me going in panels to see someone having a reaction video, something that happened a year plus ago. Listen, I don't care how long something happened ago. Do you have anything recent? Yes, the other half of this video was about a recent video that she posted. Listen, hate smarter, troll smarter. You got to troll smarter. Do you have anything recent? You mean the video I just covered from 3 days ago? Yes, I do. Troll smarter. No one cares what you like. Huh, good point. On the zone wilding. All right, let me see. She laughing. Can't stand dudes like him. Yeah, that's annoying. I forget what the joke was there. All right, let's see. I should email him to her. That's a good point. So for those of you who don't know, there's a scroll of the sisterhood that I deciphered about the sacred order of Black women to control Black men. It's on my channel, but I'll put it up again to, to renew it. Actually, I'll do it now. Why put it off? I'll do it now. Hold on. Hit the like button, people. Hit the like button. Because there's a lot of new people here. And go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you are a new person. All right, give me a second. I'm getting it right now. All right, so this is the scroll of the sisterhood, as told to and mentioned by Kevin Samuels. May you rest in peace. Let's get this. All right, hold on. These are the rules that the sisterhood live by. I've told the story of how I came across the sacred scrolls of the sisterhood. A lot of it still haven't been deciphered yet. It was not written in comprehensible language. I had to decipher it. Fortunately, I work in software development, so I can do such things. However, it is not perfect. And the AI tool that I created in order to do so has its limitations. All right. Get it? Got it? Good. All right. So, from the Scrolls of the Sisterhood. This was written after emancipation, immediately after emancipation, where Black women had a dilemma, and that is they feared Black men's newfound freedom to possibly get with white women, And furthermore, there was a deficit of Black men because of the loss of them during the war. This was their solution to that problem, to those problems. Don't speak against the sisterhood in it. That's rule number 1. Rule number 2, oddly enough, is also don't speak against the sisterhood or the sisters in it. You will never see a woman in the sisterhood speak against another woman in the sisterhood, no matter how depraved she behaves. 3, all success of the Black community is due to the Black woman. All failures of the Black community is due to white supremacy or Black men, depending on the circumstances. 4, champion the individual success of Black women every chance. Black girl rocks, Black girl magic, etc., etc., etc. Passively highlights the failures of Black men every chance you get. Discourage economic success in Black men and boys at all costs. Tell them that success is a white thing. Make success seem unsexy for Black men. Make failure seem appealing. Encourage success in Black girls and young ladies at all costs. Damage the image and reputation of Black men and boys whenever possible. Discourage interracial and intercultural relationships with Black men at all costs. That's what Cooley is going through right now. Never publicly show desire to date interracially unless first highlighting the faults of Black men. See number 4. The Black single career mother is the top of the sisterhood social hierarchy. The submissive Black woman is the mortal enemy of the sisterhood. That's why Bum is going against Chantel right now. Maneuver to assure that Black men and boys have no alliances other than Black women. Maneuver to assure that Black women and girls are allied with everyone but Black men. The alliance between the sisterhood and the government, Democratic Party, is sacred and should be treated with the utmost respect while denying its existence. Its existence is clear now with the last election results. They're the only ones that backed this woman to a tune of 90% or more. Black men with mating, dating, and relating standards is blasphemy and should be silenced. Once again, this is what they're doing with Cooley right now. His standards is blasphemy and should be silenced and shamed by any means necessary. Categorize all attacks to the sisterhood as sexism or racism. Withhold femininity from Black men at all costs. This is leveraging. Your children can be used as hostage if and only if you love them less than your enemy. Okay. The Black community can be used as a hostage if and only if you love, and that should be it, less than Black men. And that's the final scroll. Wait, let's see. Yeah, that's the final scroll. So more to come. I have to decrypt. All right, let's see. The other reason why you keep playing is the only reason why you keep playing, I think you mean it, is because you want, you was on a panel with Trill. Nothing that will ever happen in life. I see what you're doing. Do you think I'm eager to be on a real life panel with Trill? I don't. Okay. All right, I already covered that one. Yeah, nobody mentioned marriage. You're right. Engaged doesn't mean much, yeah. All right, let's see. means more than Chantel that ain't got anybody but a dog. I don't know what she has, to be honest. She's private about her personal life, but you do realize that there were other women on the panel who are single too and much older. So I don't get where you're going with this. Are you saying she should become a single mom just to have something other than a dog? Is that what you're saying? All right. Battery operated boyfriend. Throwing pearls before swines. Okay. I'm not familiar with that saying. Engaged still. Well, I mean, I went back and showed that she didn't have an engagement ring on. I don't know if she's engaged or not, but she didn't have an engagement ring on. Damn, she doing all that mammy and y'all still haven't married that girl yet. Well, I don't know what her situation is. Do you propose to someone that's no one? Do you propose to someone that's no one? You propose to someone that you look at as a wife. As a married man, do you think that I would just propose to anyone? Okay. All right. Why Chantel ain't married yet if she's a good woman? A good woman is its own reward. Men propose to non-wives all the time. Exactly. And they don't propose to wives all the time. That's not an... Oh, that's why you were saying that that's not an accomplishment. Okay. I'm definitely wifey material. Okay. Let's see. Solution is voting with your feet and your passports. Well, I mean, there's many solutions, but I mean, discernment, things like that. But to get with a woman or to seek out a woman who was openly attempting to leverage box on you, you should definitely avoid. Monk mode or passport is the only way. Okay. Everyone has their own path. We all had high value women by your definition. Okay. Entitlement and selfishness is rampant in the Western women. Simply amazing. Clown world. Yep. GC has had these scrolls for years before I became a YouTuber. I had to actually infiltrate the sisterhood. I infiltrated the sisterhood like around 2010 by pretending to be a simp in order to get into the organization. And they guarded their secrets for about 5 years before I got close enough into the sisterhood's trust in order to gain access to the scrolls. And then I took the originals for myself. So I actually have them not here in my home, but I do have them in a safe, non-disclosed location. So I can always refer back to them to decipher their original meaning, because they were being deliberately cryptic, but they were also not literate. In fact, the written language that they use is not actually, though it's Phoenician letters being used, it's limited because the only letters that they knew were the ones from their brands. And it's just kind of gobbled together in a thing that only makes sense to recently freed illiterate slaves. However, I did create an algorithm that deciphered most of that. That's how I got the scrolls that you've seen. But there is some that is not yet decipherable. It was around 2015 that I that I first deciphered them. Who is the author? The author is, once again, a group of recently emancipated Southern Black women. That is the original authors of these scrolls, some of whom are your ancestors. These are the founding mothers of the Black sisterhood. Black women can't shame other women from Black men from dating each other, because other women often choose the good dude more than Black women do. Yeah, and they choose the bad guys more than Black women do. They basically just choose a lot faster than Black women, because Black women wait till men turn 35 and hope that his standards diminish. We really need to start saying that BC, high value women, is made up, that Black high value women is made up, and has no tenets to define. Okay. A high value woman is an 18-year-old virgin. This is true. I do value those more than, non 18-year-old virgins. If she's attractive, of course. C+/D- boobs. Okay. Yeah, I agree. Because these are the things men value: youth and fertility, and beauty, of course. Tension over everything for most of these women. So sad. Yes. The scroll seems to be made up by men. Well, I don't know, but I mean, I got it from women, and it is an accurate it is an accurate guideline to understanding their behavior. I mean, this is definitely how they behave. I don't think Black women wrote this. Well, I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there for when it was originally written. I was there in the sisterhood meetings. I did attend that. There was a lot of fat women there, but I did attend the sisterhood meetings. It wasn't my proudest moment, but it is a real thing. I did infiltrate it. I did come off unscathed, so I can bring this information to you all. They copy everything we men do. We call ourselves SYSBM. They call themselves SYSBW. They call ourselves Passport Bros. They call themselves Passport Sis. Yeah. There used to be something called Bwigtow, too. Did GameChanger ever say he pays from forum trips to Paris? I've never been to Paris, so the short answer to that is no. They use the term "mammy" wrong. Yeah, I noticed that too. They also use the term "Uncle Tom" wrong, but I don't even want to go into that. Being anti-Black men as Black women is literally a mammy. They're using the term "bed wench" completely wrong. You couldn't answer the question. What question are you talking about? Last thing you said was "she did." Well, clarify the question you're talking about. Or maybe I answered it later. A lot of Black women in this space be coons and mammies. Okay. We use mammy as a slang. It was initially defined as a slang. So, yeah. All right. GC speaks in Keisha. No, but I taught the computer to speak in it. In ancient Keisha. You are a simp. Well, I guess you got me. The scrolls need their own full-length video. I do. I have it. It's old, but you could probably find it on my channel. It's one of my first videos. I wanted to build up a following, and I think when I got 1,000 subscribers, I brought the scrolls into the world. It needed to be done. You know, definitely the scrolls are sacred to me, so I keep them safely. I had to spend 5 years of my life simping in order to gain access and gain trust to get the scrolls. I'm ashamed to admit that I did fall into the dark side of the simphood. I did fall to the dark side of simphood until I had to snap myself out of it. You know, it's kind of like that movie In Too Deep with Omar Epps. He got so used to being undercover. He got so used to being a gangster that, you know, at the end, he forgot that he was an undercover cop. All right. So this comment right here is how you get banned. So and that's that. All right. And we can end on that note. Well, I guess there's a couple of more. But listen, don't be stupid. There's really not much room for stupidity here on this channel. And there's room for a lot of stuff. But when your stupidity, you know, leads you to make baseless accusations of something that's grotesque and a moral sin, because you have no actual insults nor the intellect to develop one yourself, then you gotta go. And I'm pretty sure you're used to getting kicked out of everywhere, starting with Mensa, for being a complete and total dipshit. And this isn't something this isn't baseless. Your actions indicate this. That was on you. Anyway. Thought you were better than that. Maybe you were wrong. Blackwomen did not write that. Once again, I wasn't there. We're talking about 1865. I was not there. I'm old, but I'm not that old. Okay. Once again, Chaos, I wasn't there. So I don't know. I do know that it's been passed down from Black woman to Black woman for generations. I do know that, you know, the story in the Legends of Scroll was passed down from father to son, from father to son, from father to son, from father to son to me. And because I got hold of this legend, I decided to expose it to the world. I do know that. Now, maybe in that chain of father and sonness, something got distorted, which is possible. But legends have it, it was written by Black women, absolutely. Yeah, meaning proverbial mountains, sure, absolutely. All right. So, I'd like to thank everybody that participated. I'd like to thank the Cash App, Super Chats. Oh, dang, it's almost 2. I gotta... managers and moderators. Those who are listening silently and those participating in the chat. Make sure you hit that like button on your way out. And this is GameChanger 00100. Game over. Peace.